Okay, so the concept of direction of shear force at 4 different sections really needs a little more explanation. Now, first of all, we are going to take a look at this much portion of the beam. Okay, then we are going to look at this portion of the beam, only this much chunk, that is C dash, and then finally we are going to take a look at AC. So these are the 3 segments of the beam which we are going to be observing individually. So first of all, let me just try to chip off this portion, and here we go, this way, only this much portion of the beam, and this segment is what you call C dash B. Here it is, C dash B. Then I want all of you to focus on this very small portion. This, by the way, is CC dash. One sec. Okay. And then finally, the portion to the left of CC dash is this AC. And again, let me copy this and let me, here we go. That is the portion I'm talking about. If it is possible, I'll line them up. Okay, enough. Take a look. This is your C and that's your C dash. Let me increase the thickness. Okay, and this is A, C, C, C dash, C dash, and whatever this is. Now, just trying to think about it, this is the loading. If the loading is in the downward direction, at this section of the beam, the section could be in this fashion, like a square section, and this might be the length of the beam. And then obviously there is going to be this load which is acting, right? This is the load I'm talking about. Anyway, so here the direction of shear force, if all of the loading is in the downward direction, just to maintain all of it in equilibrium, the shear forces will be pointing upwards. Okay, at C dash for segment CB of the beam. This is segment CB of the beam. To maintain equilibrium, if here it is upwards, then here it is going to be downwards. If here it is downwards, just to maintain the equilibrium of this small chunk CC dash, then at this point C, it has to be upwards. If at this point at C, this small chunk has a direction of shear force in the upward direction, then for segment AC, the direction of shear force has to be downward. So this is the entire philosophy. I'm sure you can match this shear force with this, and then this downward shear force with this. The only difference being that here the shear force, let's say, has been given as V, then due to this length delta X, this shear force has got to be V plus delta V, right? I hope I've made myself clear. If you still have any doubts, do write back.